G'day, it's Painter here from Extreme Boardriders on Jetty Road at Glenelg in South Australia, doing a wetsuit review for the Oneil Hyper range today. So there's pretty much 3 wetsuits in the range that we stock, and that's probably the guts of the range that most people are going to buy into. So the Hyper range comes in Hyper Freak, Hyper Fire and Fire X, and they're sort of 3 distinctly different suits, slightly different purposes, and even though the names are similar, that can be a little bit confusing sometimes. So a quick rundown for you, a couple of minutes here on the Oneil Weddy. So the first one is the Hyper Freak. So this is what we've got the whole game rolling about sort of 4 years ago, quite a high performance suit. So what I'm showing you here in every range, regardless which suit it is here, they are going to be all sealed seam wetsuits with South Australian waters. That's primarily what we're going to need around here. Everything I'm showing you does come in 3 2s and 4 3s. Also comes in chest zips and back zips, and comes in women's suits as well. This is a little bit of a sample of the men's range. So basically the Hyper Freak is a high performance stretch suit. The only thing more high performance you get in the range would be the one without the zip, but we find most people do prefer the chest zip in this range. So it's a super stretchy suit, sealed seam, 3 2 suit, and you can see from the inside of the suit that it has got taping throughout the whole suit. It's quite a lightweight tape, so nice and stretchy there for you. Taping really adds to the gluing and blind stitching externally on the seams, adds some integrity and some strength to it. So quite high performance, beautiful to paddle in. The Hyper Freak doesn't really have any thermal properties to it apart from being really nice neoprene. So this suit probably is not really going to get you through winter in a 3 2, that's for sure. Good all-round suit that would be complemented with a really warm 3 2 or 4 3 for the pits of our South Australian winter. But super popular suit, comes in short sleeve, steamer. You can also get a long sleeve spring suit in it. So that's the Hyper Freak. Good all-round suit, really versatile, that will sort of do a range of conditions but lacks a little bit of thermal properties inside the suit. The next suit we come to is the Hyper Fire. So what this does, it gets firewall inside the suit. So internally, this suit has got a lot more thermal properties, and that really is from sort of the chest downwards in the suit. So most of these suits are going to try and use very stretchy material in the upper half and a lot warmer material down the bottom. So the Fire gets the firewall lining inside of the suit, plenty of taping inside the suit. It's a good performance suit, but starting to get quite a bit warmer. This 3 2 might get you through winter, depends how you feel the cold. So glued, blind stitch, sealed seams, and the stretch on these is really good. Every time you go up in warmth in the suit, generally you've got to go down a little bit in stretch. There's always that compromise to keep in mind. We've always got chest entry zips on these sorts of things there, good sealing. And what we do like is all the Oneil suits have this double rolled collar. So basically on your skin around your neck, you don't get anywhere near as much chafing because you've got 2 bits of material that's sort of rolling and preventing that chafing inside the suit. So Hyper Fire comes in 4 3s, 3 2s. You can see internally in the suit, lots of taping on the suit, firewall inside there. So it's a really good combination of warmth and stretch. And the last suit in the range is the creme de la creme of this suit, is the Fire X. So one thing you notice straight away, that it's got fluid seam welding on the outside. This is a liquid glue placed on the outside, so it's glued, blind stitched, taped a little bit on the inside, but quite heavily fluid seam welded on the outside throughout the whole suit. So what that does, it's a really good water prevention barrier. Gluing, blind stitching and lightweight taping on the inside is good. This is even a little bit better. The only negatives with, as we go more and more taping and seam welding on suits, it does result in a little bit less stretch in the suit. But again, that's that compromise between preventing leaking, warmth, and the compromise with stretch on the suits. This has TV4 firewall, so it's a very warm suit internally. It doesn't have a heavy pile to it, so it doesn't feel too bulky. Still is about touch dry in sort of 30 minutes, generally speaking. You hang it out, water's going to drain out of it quite quickly. When we do go into Fire X suits, we get quite a bit chunkier zip in there, and those teeth on the zips are slightly staggered like that, so it stops water flashing through the zip quite as much, as opposed to having that. We've got a little bit of this going on with the teeth, stops the water flashing through there. Air firewall is quite an important feature on this suit. So when you look at the smoothie, which they only put in the back panel just for durability, these little dimples are air holes. So they're all sealed up inside there, so little cylinders of air. It's like having a double glazed window on the front and the back of the wetsuit. It's smoothie on the back of the suit, and it's nylon laminated on the front of the suit. So the idea being with those little air cylinders in the air firewall, really good warmth retention, like having a double glazed window, because air is a really good insulator as opposed to water. So your Fire X, the warmest of the range, comes in 3 2s, 4 3s, chest zips, back zips, women's. So you're combining really nice stretch, really good seam integrity there, and excellent warm material. So, and not too heavy a suit. So that's the quick rundown of the suit. You've got Fire X, you've got Fire, you've got Hyper Freak. So when you come and have a chat with the staff here, work out if you do have other wetsuits in your quiver, where you're surfing, how often you're surfing. Is warmth the most important factor? Is stretch the most important factor? Is it something in the middle between those two? So come and have a chat with us at Extreme Boardriders at Glenelg. Check out the really good range that's out for winter 25 with the Oneil Hyper range. We'll see you in the water. Yo!